Good morning, my friends. It looks like I am live now. I was double checking there because I forgot to check something. I'm telling you, I've been streaming so long. It was so much easier when all I had to do was go live and I was ready. But now that I'm using a software, trying to add a little more beef to my stuff, a little more substance to my stuff, a little more mistakes occur. If you were on yesterday, you noticed that I turned off the audio for a second to play a video, and then I forgot to come back and turn the audio on. And so I'm talking like 3 minutes without any audio. But that's part of the learning. I'm still here. I'm here to help. And my goal is to spread the word on Gabby Petito and get more eyeballs on this story, especially until they catch Brian. I'm Manny Rodriguez. If you're new to my channel, my goal is to keep you updated on news that is relevant, that you should be aware of. Number one, maybe you need to know how to stay a little more safer and see all the crazy things and people that are out there. Hey, Trish, good morning, Trish. Hope you're having a great morning. And so my goal is to keep you updated on those things. And truth be told, this is one of the most sensational stories I've ever come across. I'm sure you have probably too. This is one of those stories that everyone is talking about. Everyone is like, how do you go on a cross-country trip with someone you believe you can trust and someone you love and you believe they love you, only to find you won't be coming back? That's one of the most hardest things I can fathom. And truth is, like, who would have thought this would happen, right? This is not the type of stuff you would expect. And I would definitely have never expected this to happen, right? So here we are trying to figure out, where is Brian? Why did he do this? And what we still don't know yet is, how was she killed? And so this video that I'm going to share with you is going to be one that it's about the memorial site. A little video of someone who took the video while they were sharing the memorial site and what was over there. And so this was news to me because I hadn't even known. I hadn't even seen some of this stuff. And so to me, like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to share this, right? I need to share this for people. And someone did bring it to my attention that I say right too much. Actually, it was a negative comment in the comments that said, I'm tired of hearing all your rights, right? And so, at the end of the day, I'm not perfect, but I will work on continuing to get better. And that's exactly my goal, is to continue to get better. And truth is, it doesn't matter what you're doing, right? I said it again. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You should always be working on getting better. You see, I'm getting better and better. And so with that being said, I thought I was ready to do something because I wanted to show the comments on the screen. Now, I just set this whole new channel up, right? This channel is not old. I've not had it that long. Someone's blowing up on Facebook, I guess. And so with that being said, there's some learning involved with this. And so I was going to have my comments pop up so that I can even show Blight's comment or Trisha's comments. Thank you, Trish. I know, right? I can't worry about it, but I do work on getting better. Because truth is, in order for my audience to appreciate what I do, I want them to keep coming back. And great people like Trish understand I'm going to make mistakes. And guess what? She keeps tuning in. Thank you, Trish. I really appreciate that. And so, good morning, Just Ellie. And so part of this is I continue to come across stuff that maybe I forgot to share, or maybe I want to make sure I share. I'm heading to a parade soon. As I mentioned yesterday, I'm a racquetball coach to over 40 kids. And so we got a little parade going on. And so I'm not going to be here too long today. And so let's just get right into it, right? Let's just get right into it. And so a few developments, nothing too major. So yesterday, the Northport police got a phone call that there was a shot fired at the Dirty Laundrie's home. Now, I didn't make up Dirty Laundrie's name. That was John Walsh. I just think it's hilarious because they're not speaking. And so I'm running with that. I've grown accustomed to it. And so there was a shot. There was a phone call that came in. A shot was fired at the Laundrie's home. Come to find out, there was all these cops that was sent over there. Literally, it was probably 10 cop cars. And I meant to grab the video, but I'm not going to worry about it at this moment. And there was about 10 cop cars that got there, only to find out there was no shooting. There was no shots fired. And my first thought, until when I just saw that and heard about it, my first thought was, did someone call in a spotting of Brian at the home, and that's why everyone stormed the home? That's why all the cops stormed the home, right? And so, only to find out that it was a false alarm, there was no shot fired, and so, we'll see. That call yesterday's was tantamount to swatting, completely unnecessary. I totally agree, Just Ellie. I totally agree. And so, according to John Walsh, again, he knows a lot more than me on this, so I'm definitely going to take his tips for value. But he shared they are going to trace that call, and the person who made that call will get dealt with. They're going to pay for that. I hope they do, because there are some things. Now, look, I'm not a fan of the Dirty Laundries. I believe what they're doing and hiding their son out or knowing where he's at and not talking to people, I think that's way wrong. But to call in a fake phone call, that's just as bad. You're just as stupid and dumb as the Dirty Laundries, if you ask me, the person that called that in. And so I wanted to share, if you were on yesterday, I wanted to share the part where I was muted. And I forgot to turn it back on after playing the Gabby Petito video at the restaurant that she used to work at. And so I definitely wanted to cover this again. A lady put about 5 flyers up right on the Dirty Laundrie's home. And it says, "I was once here." Something like that. I should have had that written down. But the flyer said something along the lines that I was here at one time. Something along those lines. Because she lived there for a year. She lived with the Laundrie family for a year before they went on this trip. And so when it comes to people doing things like that, that I like. Because they need to keep hounding this family until we get answers. We want to see Brian brought to justice, and they know something. That family knows something, and Brian needs to be brought to justice. And so it's just a matter of time, hopefully, that they do find this creeper. And so there's a little video that someone shared at the actual place that she was found, and I wanted to share that. I'm going to share that. I'm going to share a couple other things. I do want to also share, there was a vigil last night in her hometown, and people were sharing, they were lighting candles. It's a heartfelt thing. And I'm not one, I don't know. This one, because I'm trying to be professional, I'm trying to be strong through this, and you hurt a kid, I can't handle that. You hurt someone young, I can't handle that. You hurt anyone, I really can't handle that. But when you take a young life, I struggle with that. And there was this there was a story that I read yesterday. I may even do a little piece on, about a 2-year-old girl. Her dad strangled her and until she passed out. And he video recorded that. He video recorded it. I'm so happy to hear that the little 2-year-old girl actually stayed alive, but 2 times she was choked unconscious. She was strangled unconscious. Those type of things break my heart. This story breaks my heart. That 2-year-old, her dad is definitely serving time. I think he has 40, they gave him 40 years. And the great thing is that the mom saw the video on his phone because he recorded it. Freaking sick dude. He recorded it. She's found it. I'm so glad she found it. I don't know why she was going through his phone, but I'm glad she did. Because that SOB deserves to rot in prison for that act. She went unconscious twice and came to. That type of stuff I could not handle. I could not handle that type of stuff. I may do a little story on it, but I struggle when kids are hurt. And granted, Gabby was an adult. She was an adult, but she was taken way too soon from this world by this creep. And so they did a vigil in her hometown yesterday. And so it is a matter. My question is, are we going to find this Brian Dirty Laundrie? They're spending all the resources known to man, and they have not found anything yet. And so they had the vigil yesterday, and it's a heartbreaking thing. And a lot of people were paying their respects. And so this video, I wanted to share this video with you. And this is from, and I put the link in you guys should see the link in the comments. I want to thank everyone for joining me this morning. UK lady, good morning, my friend. I saw that you jumped on when I got off yesterday. Thank you for following. My friends, please give this video a like if you are finding some value in it, because that helps YouTube show it to more people. And my goal is to get the word out so that everyone is on the lookout for this creep. Dirty Brian Laundrie, or Brian Dirty Laundrie. And let me share this video from Daniel, by the way. And he does a little video walking through the actual memorial site. And he shares a few things with this. He shares a few things on this that I find pretty interesting when they finally get to it. And so I'm going to go ahead and let that play a little bit while I do a voiceover on it. I'm not going to show it. During this video, there was something disturbing that was said. I think he actually took the original video down because he took a little heat from it. And so this Daniel, by the way, did this video. And when they finally found the memorial site, you can hear his girlfriend say, "Now that we found the site, let's go get food." That's pretty disturbing. Like, I don't know how you could think of food when you're doing this. So, you know, I'm not going to play the video. I'm just going to, this is the walkthrough of this, but there is one part that is disturbing. What we don't know is how was she killed? And I don't know if this video, you see that little orange marking there? That's from the crime scene. You can see more of the orange markings there. That's from the crime scene investigators. And so they put that there. Those are markings. Those orange markings are from, because they either found some evidence from there, but those markings are around they are around the actual crime where she was. Yeah, Bull Run, the bullet hole marking. If you were on yesterday, I did mention that about the bullet hole because there was a drone. You know, of course, the internet sleuths, they're better than me at a lot of this stuff. I understand social media. I'm actually, my full-time job, I'm a social media coach. I own a social media agency. But I've always been fascinated by finding the bad guy. And so that's why I created this true crime story, this true crime channel, so that I can go deep in true crime and get the word out about these sickos. And for me, hopefully it helps people stay more into the alert phase. If it's one thing, and I hope I never jinx myself, if it's one thing I've really grilled into my wife, always know your surroundings. Always know your surroundings. And so that's another reason why I started this true crime, because you never know where something bad is going to happen. If you can be alert of everything that's going on around you, that is the best thing to do. And there have been times that I'm walking in a big city with my wife and she doesn't see anything around her. And I'm like, just walk, honey. Just walk. Keep walking. But honey, don't ask questions. Just walk. I'll explain it here in a second. Literally, we've had that conversation multiple times. And then I'll say, then when we get somewhere, I'll say, you see that guy over there? I don't know. I'm not trying to judge, but that doesn't look very good. And, you know, to me, better safe than sorry. I'm from New York City. I've been mugged in New York City. As a high school kid, I was mugged. As a kid, when I was, I was like maybe 8 years old, while on my bike waiting for for a friend at that time, someone I was hanging out with. I want to stop this video right here. Real quick. So did you notice that he just picked up something? So
I know, but it's charcoal. Why would there be a fire?
He shares that this is charcoal. He just picks up charcoal. Charcoal is from something that has burned. Why would there be charcoal there? Now again, the autopsies, we haven't no one said anything to us yet about how she was killed. But why is there charcoal next to the scene? If anyone has any ideas why there is charcoal next to the scene, I would love that. I would love to know. Comment below if you know why there's charcoal at the crime scene. Did he burn her body to... I mean, we don't know. I'm just speculating. I'm asking your thoughts on that. The stepdad came out and said that was a ceremonial fire. He did right there. Thank you, Bull Run. Because when this guy was sharing that, he did not know why. Looking at his channel, it's a new channel, and it looked like he saw opportunity to help. And all of his other videos were very small. It didn't even have anything to do with true crime. But he went and checked this out, and boom, he got over like 1,000 views already. So, but he was sharing. So thank you, Bull Run. Ceremonial fire from stepdad. Thank you. That helps me understand a little more, and that's what I was trying to figure out.
It's
like,
just a
why
bunch of
would
hash.
there be? I even said to my wife about this, and so thank you, Bull Run, for helping me there. I didn't get that part yet, and so when I was about 7, 8 years old, I just got a bike that summer. My family bought me a bike, and I come from the ghetto. Like this was just my cousin who came from the service. He had money and he bought me a bike, and otherwise that's it. And so, yeah, another red-orange marking right there. And so the orange markings, I believe, are from the investigators and their investigation. So when I was on this bike, and someone just came up to me, and some older guy hit me off the bike. I don't remember, he didn't punch me hard or anything, but he basically said, get off the bike, and kind of elbowed me off the bike. And so being there, I've been mugged. I've almost been mugged another time my senior year in high school. 2 guys came up to me and was like, give me your chain. And I was like, I just kept walking, and surprisingly they didn't. But being from New York City, you learn to be alert. Being from Harlem, I was born in Coney Island, you learn to be alert. And that's one of the things that I truly believe you never know who you're going to come across. Do not be that person that says, I'm too trusting. Because you could be too trusting, and at the wrong time, it's over, right? And so you got to be aware of your surroundings. I cannot stress that enough. And so I wanted to share there. That's where a part of because as we know, this is where she was found, at Teton National Forest access. This is Spread Creek Road. This is where they found her, over there. And so there was there was James Breeden for the dailymail.com. He shared this photo, and this is of basically around the area where she was found. And so it's just, this is why this is all so heartbreaking. This is why this is all so heartbreaking. And maybe as someone who's watched so many true crime stories, I absolutely do. I love First 48. And what I don't like, I'm not a fan of unsolved mysteries because there's no happy ending. I like happy endings. Now, granted, it's never happy at the ending, but to me, if you don't find the bad guy, I don't want to watch it. I don't even want to watch a movie that does not have an answer at the end. If you don't get the bad guy, I'm disappointed in the movie. That's just me. That's why, to me, there's no doubt in my mind that Brian has something to do with this. And that's why I'm reporting on this, because I believe Brian Dirty Laundrie is behind this. There's too much proof that he's behind this. And so that's where, where it's like, for me, I want to know the happy ending. I want to know there. So there's no happy ending. There never is a happy ending when there's a dead person involved. But justice can be served. And if we find Brian Dirty Laundrie and we put him to justice, I'm going to be happy with the final result here. I'll never be happy that this young lady's life was taken way too soon. There is just no okayness there. And so I appreciate everyone tuning in this morning. I hope you're enjoying your coffee or your tea or whatever you like to get. I love riding my bike. This is Katy Trail. I live right next to Katy Trail, if you're familiar with the Katy Trail. And so another thing that I failed to mention yesterday in my video was about Gabby's then boyfriend, Brian Laundrie. Apparently, he left home without his wallet or cell phone on the day he disappeared. And this is according to his family attorney. And so what I don't get is, how is he surviving? How is he eating? We know that he has survived in the wilderness on cheese and crackers or peanut butter and crackers. And so he knows how to survive in the wilderness. And my take on this is, Brian Dirty Laundrie's family has helped him get somewhere. When the neighbors found him, saw that they were packing and getting ready for a camping trip, they found that to be suspicious and weird, that they're taking this 23-year-old son in this little tiny camper for the weekend. Honestly, my thought, that was the getaway. That's when they helped him get away. And they're throwing everyone off by saying he's in the Grand Reserves or whatever. The reserves, the forest, whatever. They're throwing people off their trail for that. And so we know that there's an arrest warrant out, and people are saying, they're not saying that it's her credit card that he used. I believe it's definitely her credit card that he used. Okay. What else is there? I don't know. Obviously, this is all speculation. And so we can only go by what we know. And we know that he used a credit card that did not belong to him. By all accounts, it's definitely hers. And so his family helped him get away. How he doesn't have a cell phone, obviously he's not going to take his cell phone because, oh my gosh, that would be easy to track him then. This guy's smart. He knew what he was doing. The question is, how did he kill her? Some have speculated that he hit her with a rock and then he choked her or something like that. Until the autopsy reveals more, we don't know. And so that's where we sit right now as day 7 of searching for this coward continues. It just continues, right? Exactly, Just Ellie. Who else's card would it possibly be? And so some has said yes, it is his. Some has said no, they don't know. I'm going with yes, it's definitely hers. why would they have an arrest warrant and proof that he used someone else's card if it wasn't hers? And he spent like over $1,000 on stuff. And then he arrives back in her van. It's her van. It's registered to her in her name. And so the authorities are continuing to search for him. It's just a matter of time. I hope it's just a matter of time that we find this crazy dude. And my guess is he's not going to go on a killing spree going ahead and killing more people unless he feels trapped. But right now it looks like he's going to do whatever he can to stay alive and away from the authorities. My friends, I hope you have an amazing weekend. If there's any more developments, I will definitely be reporting that. I will definitely be sharing that. And I want to thank you again for tuning in, because my goal is to keep you aware. I want to help you not have to do all the research and let me do the research for you. A lot of people don't want to spend time combing and reading and finding. They just want to tune in, grab their cup of coffee, grab their favorite drink beverage, depending on when and what you like to do, and just tune in, right? They want to just sit back and get their information. My goal is to help you do that so you can get your information. I'm Manny Rodriguez. I appreciate you being a part of this deep true crime channel as we continue to bring exposure and bring justice for the victims' families, the victims themselves, and make people aware of what you need to be aware of and be careful for. Because who would have thought when they set out on this cross-country journey in this van life and start this YouTube channel that one person would not be coming home alive? Who would have thought that? There's no way anyone on her side of the family, on his side of the family. I've saw speculation on people saying we think that he planned this. I don't think he did. I think that he just lost his cool and now he regrets it, is my guess. Just a guess. Thank you, Just Ellie, Bull Run, Trish. I appreciate you guys for joining me this morning. And UK lady, if you're on still, thank you. She's vacuuming. I can appreciate that. Well, my wife wishes I did that probably a little more. She loves taking that. I'm like, I'll get to it. You know. Sometimes males get to it is, I'll get to it in 2 days. I put my clothes on the floor. 2 days later, I'll pick it up if it's still there. Don't tell her I said that. My friends, thank you for being here. I gotta run, and I just wanted to give you that quick update as your weekend starts. But I want to say, please, if you are a person of prayer, please pray that we get justice for Gabby Petito's family. Pray that more people who are missing get found, and we get more justice for these victims' families. And in the comments, I shared the 2 places that you can support her, the cause for the Gabby Petito Foundation. If you have it in your means or your resources to support, please do. My friends, I'm Manny Rodriguez, and I look forward to serving you guys again. Have an amazing day. I love you guys. Peace. Have a good one.